I hope you aren't seeing this video too late, like one of the people I just got off a FreshBooks training call with, y'all. The sad news is that this American FreshBooks user didn't realize that you have to specify whether you want cash basis or accrual reports inside your FreshBooks file before you download your reports to send to your tax pro. And the man just downloaded his profit and loss report from FreshBooks but did not select the hidden cash basis toggle button. Oh my gosh. So most American businesses who are good candidates for FreshBooks are gonna be cash basis tax filers. And if you aren't sure about what accounting method you use to file your taxes in, you can ask your tax pro, or you can look at your tax return and see what was selected last year. On your tax return, if you hit Control F, you can type the word method, and you will jump to accounting method here. This is on the Schedule C. Type the word method on the 1120S. You get it here. So your past tax returns will tell you by looking at which of those boxes were selected. But you probably cash basis, y'all. At a very basic level, cash basis versus accrual basis means whether you do your accounting based on when you receive money from your clients, and that is with cash basis, or whether you recognize that income on the date that you send the invoice, independent of when the client pays you. So technically the timing of when you pay your money out, like what you might call a bill, also can make a difference in cash versus accrual basis. But for FreshBooks, I don't recommend that anyone should be using that bills function in FreshBooks. No one. Hopefully I'm clear. So for you, there really shouldn't be any differences in the money out stuff, the expenses / accounts payable side of things. You just shouldn't have any accounts payable in your FreshBooks file. All right, so it's time to file your taxes. It's time for you to extract your reports that you need to do that. So let's go to the reports screen of the blue menu bar, and we will go to the profit and loss report. It's down here. And we already have a problem here because when you go to look at your reports like this one, the ones that pop up you cannot use. They're sure to look nice though. The default reports are all on accrual basis, y'all, but it's probably not that obvious. Nowhere on this page does it say the word cash or accrual. That's a real shame because it's not as obvious as it should be. P.S. You would have been warned about this problem that you needed to make sure to get your report on the right basis if you used my year-end tax filing checklist for FreshBooks users. Please, please, please do not file your taxes without following the steps in that checklist, y'all. It's free. HeritageBusinessServices.com/year-end-checklist. There'll also be a link to it below. But what you need to know is that this right here is the secret button to find how to get your report on a cash basis. View old report. Then you'll click on this, and right here, we'll go last year, but it's this little toggle right here where you can change your accounting method. Unfortunately, I guess the words that Canadians who built the software use are different. I'm not sure if they are helpful to Canadian tax pros or not, but nowhere on the PDF version, this paper-shaped version, does it say the word cash or accrual. It says billed or collected. But your tax pro is just going to start putting in the numbers of whatever you give him or her. So as long as you have your method of accounting selected properly, it doesn't really matter that it doesn't have the word cash basis on this report. I will also tell you the same thing happens to the balance sheet, y'all. You have to hit that old button that says view old report. We can take a little look right here. I'm in the balance sheet and we're going to hit the view old report. And don't forget that on this one, you're almost all for sure going to want to export it for Excel, y'all. This is kind of a smushed together balance sheet, and if you want to see what might be hiding behind some of these categories, you would export for Excel. Now, sole proprietors and Schedule Cs don't technically need a balance sheet to file their taxes, but whoo boy, making sure your balance sheet is correct is so important. I like to say that the bodies are buried in the balance sheet. It's truly where most of the accounting problems arise. It's always where I look when I get a new client to see how messy things are. All of these nuances to bookkeeping for your business are why it is totally worth it for you to be a part of my FreshBooks office hours community, y'all. It's extremely affordable. I don't think any business owner needs to be walking through that minefield of doing your own bookkeeping alone. You need to do your bookkeeping with me right there beside you. We have meetings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You'll be saved so much heartache because I'll be right there with you to answer your questions in real time and to point out the mistakes that I see people make over and over again. Remember how you feel whenever you have clients in your business that think they know enough about what you're an expert in and they try to do it on their own, and then they finally call you and you just sit there with a smile on your face thinking, that is why you should have let me help you sooner, and keep helping you along the way. But anyway, At least today, you know about that View Old Reports button, so you can find that cash basis toggle. But you might want to ask yourself, how many other buttons inside of FreshBooks do you need to be using and you don't even know that you should be clicking on them? Anyway, let me know if you need any other FreshBooks help. Let me know if you have any videos that you need me to make. Comment below on this video if it was helpful and give it a thumbs up, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you want more information on joining that community of FreshBooks users who get weekly access to me to help them use their bookkeeping as a strategic tool to grow their business, you can just comment below or reach out to operations@heritagebusinessservices.com. That's operations@heritagebusinessservices.com. Go ahead and send an email. I'm Kate Josephine Johnson, and I help businesses build their business legacy.